passed last night in the House of Representatives. Now Democrats are needed if it's to pass in the Senate, but they want illegal immigrants and weak borders. Shutdown coming? We need more Republican victories in 2018. He's trying to get these folks on the right, the establishment Republicans that are so proper, to get on board and say, you need to rally the troops here. You need to lean into the left. You need to get the votes. We got things that are done. Yeah, the military can be affected. The missions, not so much, but the maintenance, we understand, would impede fixing equipment, fixing planes, fixing tanks, fixing things, and so many other ways. But this is Schumer. Look, Pelosi, they want to shut down the government because, you know, they want the DACA stuff. They want the amnesty for the illegals. They don't like how things are going down in California with ICE doing the roundups. You know, they're sore for that stuff because the federal government's actually enforcing the federal government's laws, which these states should be on board anyways because it's just right to protect the citizens of this country, after all. But they're a little sore on this. I would not be surprised if it doesn't shut down, and it would be a huge embarrassment. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nearly all Democrats in the upper chambers have said they will not support a bill without a DACA fix. Without a DACA fix. They had all the time in the world during the tenure, should I remind you, of 8 years of Barack Obama. And what it was a system going AWOL. And now we want to bring some responsibility to the whole thing because we're getting too many that are coming in here that are leeching off our system, but polluting our streets with drugs, killing our citizens. Yeah, and yeah, a lot of mooches, and have no intention of contributing to our great country. And they want to remain illegal, and we got these idiot mayors that are opening up their cities. Yeah, sanctuary city. Forget about just a city. We got states. Entire states giving sanctuary, safe haven to a lot of these folks. A lot of them are criminals. You know, if you say something that makes sense these days, that has some sensibility to it, you're crucified. That you're called a bigot. You're called every racist, homophobe. I mean, they lump you in with every single thing these days. That's how marginalized it is. It's unbelievable. It floors me to see it, but I, for one, think that there should be an overhaul, but the Democrats just want it AWOL. But again, when you have policies like Barack Obama, which one of the most leftist liberals ever to be into the White House, and you had 8-year reign on that, allowing them to do anything and everything, you know, it was government gone amok completely. With no accountability, and now daddy's home. Donald Trump, daddy, is in the White House, and you know, he's cracking the whip a little bit, opening the books and seeing what's going on, and just being real about it, and really trying to look out for the American folks, you and I. And he's the bad guy. He's the bad guy about it, and they, you know, will not admit at all any of their wrongs, and they continue to do it. And these roundups in California with ICE, you get local municipalities participating and trying still to hold up these ICE arrests and trying to make it very difficult for ICE agents to be able to do their job. They should be arrested for it. I mean, these people are treasonous, in my opinion. This is just one of the most un-American things, and they think they're doing a good job trying to help the little people. Meanwhile, you and I suffer, Mr. and Mrs. America, because of all of this, and it's painful. It's painful to watch all of this take place, to see it. It's just mass insanity, mass hysteria. It really is. It's beyond frustrating to say the least. But this past week, again, with the government shutdown, maybe it needs to be shut down. Maybe they need to work this stuff out. Maybe that's what they need. I don't think anything good is really going to come out of it, but maybe some people get some extra vacation days out of it. But again, what it does is what it's always done. It hurts America. It hurts America. They make this more about politics and less about America. American folks that are paying the taxes, keeping them in office, and they forget about these things very, very quickly. It's about grandstanding. It's their party over principle. Anybody that's listening in D.C., anybody that's listening anywhere, they can call their senator or the congressman and tell them, we need to avert this because this is not helpful at all. Stop it. Again, it's the man in the office that they don't like. They don't like that he's conservative, and they are jealous that the man is actually doing stuff. I've said this before. I still am trying to figure out exactly what's going to be hung on the walls of Barack Obama's library in Chicago. I have no idea what he's going to put there, except one obvious thing that he's done is that he broke the color barrier. He broke the color barrier. And, failed policies, healthcare. I mean, is that a crowning achievement, Obamacare? I don't think so. But he will say that he turned the economy around. It was him. Forget about the feds lowering the interest rates, which was bound to actually stimulate the economy, according to any expert that studies it. And you can look at trends in our economy, but so be it. Okay, he gave the kill mission to, Obama killed Osama. Okay. But don't mention Benghazi. Yeah, that won't be prominent on the wall there. About the massive screw-ups. That's not going to take place. When we come back, we're going to talk about the flu, influenza. A lot of people are dying from it. Some thoughts about the flu, but mass outbreaks in every state of the United States except Hawaii. And except about a week ago, they had the false alarm for the incoming missile from North Korea. Unbelievable. That's the place to go. If you're going to take a vacation, you don't want to get the flu, that's the place that you want to go, Hawaii, right now, according to the CDC. I have no idea, but every other state, and it's killing folks, and what you probably want to think about. It's the young, and it's the old, and it's healthy people. But some things that some of these young and healthy people didn't do that could have saved their lives. That information and a lot more coming up on For the People Weekend. Our website, forthepeopleshow.com, and on Facebook, For the People Show. We'll be back right after this.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Women Wear Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on.
To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Your American Heritage. A lazy Hawaiian Sunday morning in 1941. Soldiers at Schofield Barracks slept late. Sailors sunbathed along Battleship Row. And suddenly they came. Squadrons of Japanese bombers ravaging the American fleet, essentially eliminating it as a threat in the Pacific for months to come. President Roosevelt, a great orator and wordsmith, called it a date that would live in infamy. And he was right. It did, and does, to this day. This has been Don Keyes with a verbal snapshot of December 7th, 1941, a day that changed the world, and a day that lives on in your American heritage.
Proudly keeping your American heritage alive each weekend here on For the People Weekend. Visit us online at forthepeopleshow.com for your American heritage. With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun.
It's 6 a.m. 40 million Americans are waking up to a Gillette shave. And at our factory in Boston, 1,200 workers are starting their day building on over 100 years of heritage, craftsmanship, and innovation. Today, we're bringing you America's #1 shave at lower prices every day, putting money back in the pockets of millions of Americans. As one of those workers, I'm proud to bring you Gillette quality for less, because nobody can beat the men and women of Gillette. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any hot beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And enjoy.
It's For the People Weekend. I'm Keith Allen. Yeah, I have to wait all week to run my mouth. For those of you that may be used to listening to me daily for 2 hours, we consolidated the broadcast, but only because I'm looking at expanding my options on other venues. We tried the listener-supported thing for 3 years, and we have supporters that still support us. It wasn't quite enough, and I think it'll open up a lot more doors. And my past week, we had a meeting, and the meeting went well. It's just an initial meeting. I didn't post who the group was. It was on Facebook. A lot of you saw it, and a lot of you weighed in and liked it, and been asking me how things went. It was an initial meet and greet. It wasn't very long, but I thought it was productive. A longtime broadcaster asked me to meet with a certain gentleman. I was introduced to someone else, and I wish I could be more specific, but you just don't want to put too much, information